What the hex is you guys talking about?
I'm not as smart as Bob.
Har. Heart, mate. Heart.
Get ready to get rich, motherfucker!
In the land of digital dreams where crypto reigns supreme, Richard Hart stands tall, fearless and true against the darkness that threatens to undo. With his heart of gold and a mind of steel, he rides into battle with fiery zeal against the darkness that threatens to undo.
Listen up. You didn't lose your money. Now, you have your... Technically, you kind of lost your money.
What the heck?
Hello, Cell Pressure. How are you today? Whining and crying and complaining while pressing sell?
Etc. So that's not great. On the other hand, them dropping, lawsuits against fucking Kraken and Coinbase and Uniswap is very good. Now, maybe they went too far. You see like Richard Hart celebrating his victory against the SEC as if he's like the Messiah. This guy's he's something else. So, I think net is still good. Given like, the extreme position of the Democrats. And I think
Rain on the glass, I'm alone with my doubt. Charts go red, but I never sold out. They don't see what I see in the chain. Every block like a heartbeat built from the pain. I remember those nights, no sleep, just dreams of a chain that runs deep. When they left, I stayed down. Now I'm praying this chain gon' come around. I still believe in pulse. When the charts went cold, when the silence took hold, I stayed on the note. It's deeper than gains, it's purpose and code. I still believe in what we wrote. Gas low, but the hope's still high. Saw my future in a post-blue sky. They don't get how far this'll go. Trustless truth in every road. Cold wallets, warm heart. I was here from the start. Didn't aim for a trend. I believed in the end. I still believe in pulse. When the light feels gone, but when the fear too strong, I stayed holding on. It's more than the green, it's faith in a dream. I still believe in what it means.
TA with Toby.
When Bob's.
What the hex?
What the hex is FinnBear doing here? I highly doubt she was reading that book.
That's a lot of reading there going on.
A lot of flipping.
Yeah, a lot of page flipping. FinnBear's on the show. Welcome.
FinnBear.
What's up, guys? Nice to see you guys. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It has been.
I've been lurking in the chat, though.
Yeah, we got Sandy B the Dude, I think, is back again after all this time, asking whether or not we're still cool with Clayonomics. what is it like? You missed out in the last entire bear cycle.
That's so 2022.
Yeah.
3 years of sleeping, and he comes and says, "What's up?
Oh, yeah.
How you
You
doing?"
must be so happy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine like waking up from like 4 years of a coma. Imagining
and
Hex is
the
still at
price is still
15.
there.
Like you slip into a coma right after sacrificing for Pulse and Pulse X. You slip into a coma and you wake up and first you're like, okay, what date is it? And it's like 2025. Oh my God, I must be fucking stinking rich. And then you go to your computer and you fucking brush your stinking teeth and your stupid beard off your face and try to see what you're looking at. You go to your wallets and see that you've got like 20% of what you put in.
Well, at least you're stinking, not the rich part.
Yeah. But
is
you've
how it-
saved
how
a
it feels
huge
right now.
amount on shampoo and toothpaste and shit like that. So it
So
evens
then you can
out,
double
I guess.
down. You can DCA that money
Yeah,
right back
yeah,
in.
you can bring your cost average down a whole fucking lot. A little bit of gallows humor.
Well, today we have another one of those buying opportunities, right? So
There you go.
Oh man,
everything is down. I mean, Bitcoin, obviously, we got the Bitcoin conference going on in Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, and it's
So that's
tradition that
always-
each time
that's always
that's
negative for
always
the
right
price.
when they get the conference that it drops, but it drags everything
Yeah.
with a total market lost like
Is it?
half a
Is,
trillion.
I guess most of it is still people selling to get money to buy tickets to eat steaks with Tone Vase.
Tone Vase,
I
yeah,
guess that's
for
still
sure.
Down face
Most of-
steak eating.
most of
Carnival.
where the money is being spent.
Yeah, Tone
Yeah,
Vase
guys-
and with the other guy with the cowboy hat. What's his name?
Oh geez, he's long gone. That
all in.
quasi develop. I'm a developer. What's his name? He's
Forgot the name.
Asian
got
gentleman
blank.
with the cowboy hat,
With
right?
the cowboy hat, and he wrote a children's book about Bitcoin.
Oh,
Is it
how delightful!
Kim something? Was it?
No.
No.
Oh, how have I forgot the name?
Oh man, I
Yeah,
still
he was big back in
Kim
the
is
day.
a perfectly valid answer to any
Kim, yeah, totally
like
Kim.
Asian. Kim. It's either
Well,
first name or
Kim,
last name.
Nguyen,
Whichever Kim, yeah.
Yamamoto, either one.
Yeah.
It's okay.
When?
So,
Uh,
yeah.
But you know what, guys? I have newfound hatred for CNN. I don't know why it comes on in my house.
after
Nothing
last
else
week's
on.
show,
No,
with the blank
yesterday's show.
sailing.
Yesterday's show, right after the Bitcoin conference, Aaron Burnett, who
Yes.
now is 100% in like, where have you? What's this hatred toward crypto that you've suddenly realized? She gets a 4-person panel. This is the day of day 2, where the VP of the United States has gone up and said, we've come so far and we're only going ahead. Regulation is going to come, and stick with it, all you Bitcoiners and crypto enthusiasts, because you've got a friend in the White House. Everybody's very happy about that. He isn't making any specific promises, but it's a vague, good vibe to the community type of thing. Aaron Burnett has to get on CNN and get these panel of 4 anti-crypto talking heads, none of which really understand crypto at all, but they're all saying,
It's a scam.
it's all terrible. One of the titles of the people that feels inclined to talk is this bushy, white-haired, bald in the middle gentleman, must be like 70 something, and his title is Wall Street Trader. And I'm like,
In his 70s.
what? And he fucks up out of the gate. He's like, oh, there's like, I don't know, it's like there's 31 billion Bitcoin, or what is it? How many Bitcoin is it? But it's terrible. It's terrible stuff. And another guy's got like a electric green blazer with an electric green hoodie for another man in his 60s wearing this shit with the gay pride stripes across the front, saying this is a threat to the US dollar. It's not going to help the dollar dominance globally. It's just all terrible. It's, you'd have to be foolish, and no big firms can actually approve this for their portfolios. It's a scam. It's terrible, blah, 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 blah. Why the fuck are we still caught in this loop? It's now become strictly a partisan issue. It's now going to be owned by the Democrats are going to own the negative sound bites. The Republicans are going to push through with something. It didn't have to be this way. It's inevitable. Why do we have to put on the brakes in this fucking cycle?
And instead of the markets controlling the Bitcoin price as it has previously, what if the outcome of the US election cycle dictates whether the sellers or the buyers are in charge? But every time the buyers are in charge, it look like I remember back in 2012, 2013, back then even Max Kaiser said that there will be a day when the government all around the world will be racing to the printing press to buy up Bitcoin while their money is still good for anything. And
it's possible that we will see that
just
day.
Gone shopping earlier today. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's noticed that, like, I've grown really fucking strong because I can carry like 100 euros of groceries in one bag, in one hand even.
That's a great analogy.
Used to be like 25 years ago, I would fill up 190 diesel Mercedes, like the entire back seat was full of groceries, and I spent only half. And I had to leave a friend outside the shop to wait until we cruised to my friend's place, emptied the car, went back to pick him up. And
you know why that's so, right? It's a simple explanation. They're fertilizing all the crops all over the world with gold bullion.
That's probably it. Yeah,
it's very expensive.
Yeah, and because of the flu, of course, they had to print all that money.
Sure. Hey, speaking of a whole bunch of money, FinnBear, how long do we have to wait for your sorry ass to go walk in to your, the equivalent of your IRS and tell them to lay the fuck off of Richard Hart?
Oh yeah, that makes no sense. Like now that the court has ruled that there's no, they couldn't prove their case. It should be obvious that there was no business entity, so there can't be any business. So yeah, maybe I'll write a letter to somebody.
Go bang the door down and say, I want to look straight in the eyes.
I don't know, like if anybody writes a letter to somebody, it's already a big enough deal because they have to reply to it in writing.
Oh, please do then. You have access to it. You're more valuable than we thought. Also, Nuclear Herbs tried, from an American standpoint, to call in, and he got the runaround. He got referred to the inspector who says that there's no public type of documentation. There's no public anything. It's all under wraps. But so it's up to you, man, to break that loggerhead and feed the information back to Nuclear Herbs so we can make sense of this stuff.
Yeah. I believe over here the identities of all the parties are kept secret during the investigation. In particular, if there's somebody who's underage, or if somebody's like a victim to battery or whatever.
Yeah, but fuck that alleged assault bullshit. We're talking about the tax.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. But but that would make sense that is the reason why he gets the runaround, because you're not gonna just call some number and get the name of the person who is accusing. But I wouldn't put it past them to just believe the feds when they say that I'm sure there's a teen somewhere who feels offended. Just go ahead and put out the request now, and somebody in Finland's been a good boy, because we're the happiest people on the planet. I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I can tell.
number
Every
one
time I
again.
see you.
We all know. Yeah, we all know this. We talk about it. Like even now before the stream, we were just full of joy.
Just some happy motherfuckers.
Exactly. Now, FinnBear, there's a rumor, and I'm not confirming or disproving this, but there's a rumor that you're actually Aubrey de Grey when he gets his drug injection, and then when it wears off,
for
he
a
goes
couple
back
of weeks.
to for a couple of weeks he looks good, and then he goes back to his old craggy self.
fall back into my wrinkly self. Aubrey isn't that old. He's not even that old, I think. Like,
right.
What's he? He's in his
He's
late 40s.
Yeah.
Oh, 27. Looks a bit worn down.
Late 20s.
Yeah.
He's been experimenting on himself first before he moves on to chimpanzees.
As you do.
I was pretty certain that he has an older missus than he himself is. Not like Emmanuel Macron type of older woman, but still
he
a
got
few
beat
years
up
older.
the other day.
What?
The memes are crazy. Like
who got beat up?
No, Macron. She put her hand in
I
his
don't
face.
watch any news, so I
that was funny.
You guys know
like some
me.
domestic violence going on there.
I get my news from memes.
He wouldn't share the cocaine,
accurate.
so she had to lay down the law.
Let's say hi to the chat real quick before we get into things. We got Bitfinesse here, who is first. That's your nutritional brother, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
if I recall,
really,
you're more
I missed the talks we
keto,
had.
and we eat the steaks. And Bitfinesse is all about steaming up that vegetable.
He likes his porridge, man. He's a smart guy, but he's doing one thing horribly
Very
wrong.
smart. But once he also sent me a message, is like, hey, maybe a cheeseburger is not the worst thing on the
It's not. It's not.
So
And
I don't
once
know.
you leave out the bun, it becomes a health food.
Yeah. Got Avalon here second, and Tam Tam in the house.
Hello, Tam Tam.
What's up, cutie patooties?
The hot patootie bless my soul.
I don't know what
feeling
patootie means, but I'll accept it.
Well, there are a
We'll
couple
take
of meanings. One of them is child friendly. The other one is not.
Not so much. Hex on Air is here. Who else? Sun God Ra is there. Wow. Fed need to cut rates for things to get moving. That's right. Money printer go brah. That's what we need to see. So far is all the big sideways. Sandy B, welcome to the show. Lardy Dance Off.
See,
Wow.
Peter's not here even now. Imagine if we would have waited for him.
Yeah, I don't know what
right?
happened to Peter here. He didn't.
Yeah, I fought for you guys in the chat.
excuse
You
himself.
don't even know.
NJ Dubs in the house.
And I was like, nobody wants to wait for Peter. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Peter makes it on time promptly for his own show, but now he's starting to slack off here. What's the deal,
Yeah, but
man?
Peter's like the Pope. He appears exactly when he's supposed to.
When he's supposed to.
And that the Pope and or wizards from Middle Earth, I guess. Sure.
Got a Wookiee on the chain. Maddie Lambo is here. Good to see you guys. Man, that's a live crowd. FinnBear, you bring in the crowd. We got Cookie the Chocolata checking in on the
Like there's
X.
12 viewers. All but 12 people watching.
No, it's 90. Is Peter
Oh my
eating
God.
pumpkin by any chance? It's not the season.
Well, interesting question.
Hold
Very
on,
specific vegetable.
Hold on. I don't know.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
I don't, but I'm assuming it's some kind of a sexual reference.
Yes,
I guess
most
so, too.
definitely. Yes.
I guess
Okay.
so too. Got True Blue in the house. Actually, one of True Blue's kids contributed the "What the Hex" in the intro video today. And check out DeFi Down Under, you guys. In a couple of hours, they'll have the happy hour show.
Wait a minute, DJ. Is
Yes.
that not the brothers in our sister show?
Yeah, it's our sister show in Australia.
It's the brother. Everybody got to go check out our
It's
brothers.
kind of like
in our
the step
sister show.
cousins.
Yeah, hey,
They're
I
like
mean,
the
we look.
stepcousins.
They drink the
Or the cousins,
Fosters.
but from your like brother's side of the family.
I was delighted when tuning in to hear that they quote us, we quote them. This
Yeah,
is a
they're paying
good
attention.
relationship. Yeah,
Yes,
we're both
very,
paying
very
attention.
good.
We both respect each other. So definitely tune in to their show later
DeFi
today.
Down Under. That's right. Dorsey's here, the original Hex Swimmer. Always love seeing your YouTubes. Missed the exciting days of 2021. Don't we all? Those were the days.
And
those are the guys.
you and the Aussies are still one of the few remaining that talk about Hex.
That's
mostly.
true. That's very true.
Consistently through the
And
bear,
of course
we
Gavin as
chuckled
well
through
on
it.
all of his channels.
With or without Peter.
Oh, and Peter
all
does
the-
as well. People, like, I'm sure if you count all the Peter's live streams, there's like 7 people separate people who've seen the live shows.
Oh, it's all of Slovakia watching is a big.
That is the
crypto
population of
community.
Slovakia. That's the Hex community in Slovakia.
That's about, yeah, sounds about right. And
No, we got
exciting news, like since the bull market began, Hex Finland, who of course we enjoy huge successes on our Telegram group because of all the publicity. All publicity is
the
good
Interpol-
publicity. You'll be glad to know
Interpol
that
fund.
in Hex Finland we have gone up to this is in total all the members, 83 members.
83 members. That's awesome.
83. So I'm
That's
looking
awesome.
forward to breaking 100 members in Hex Finland. Hopefully most of them will speak Finnish.
Question. Have you vetted those members to make sure that they actually hold Hex and are not just lonely and want coffee and donuts every Friday night or something? Do they all hold?
Well, we don't talk to any of them, so they need to keep each other company. So I've sort of watched that thing happen between my fingers because if they keep each other company and I don't have to cough up for the coffee, it's fine by me.
You're a
they can-
facilitator.
Yeah, it's kind of like it happens outside my perimeter, sort of on the peripheries there. A lot of
Nice.
P's, difficult words.
Peripheries.
Yeah.
But what's the deal with crypto in Finland, though? Is it like really popular? Is it tax-wise interesting?
Tax-wise,
what's the
it's
deal?
interesting. It's really, they've been really creative tax-wise. So you don't get to write off any of your losses. You eat all of your losses.
Oh, lovely.
Every time you trade a token to another token, that's deemed as a sell. So there's always tax implications. And you're basically taxed through the nose.
What's the upside? What's the percentage, if I might ask? Is there a long-term and a short-term
No
capital
difference
gains?
no difference between long term and short term. So basically, you
Wow.
could get it down to something like 28% if you do relatively complex and absolutely legal, but sort of frowned upon corporate structures. You can get it down to maybe 28%. But if you're just a dude taking out like 100 grand a year for living, you pay 38%.
Okay. Wow.
Because it's
And
the worst kind of money. It's the kind of money where you had your money work for you. And that's extremely frowned upon over here, where everybody is supposed to have just the same and nobody's supposed to have any special extras. So that's why it's even if it has like all kinds of wonderful economic effects for the sort of the local business environment or whatever, to have people invest. And because fuck you for
I
having
think just
even
to this
money in the
this
first
comment
place.
here, Why I don't see why Richard would risk himself not paying taxes. I think his tax
No, Richard
records
paid
had been
Richard
public
paid taxes
handsomely.
fucking handsomely. He paid
Handsomely, he
taxes
was paying.
on I think he paid taxes on 23 million or something like 15 million euros. Oh, I think it was more than 20 million euros for the year when he started buying watches and stuff.
Wow.
So he had that money out already when he started spending on Rolexes and Lambos and shit.
And
that
what
was
about
way.
the watches? They found them in your cupboard.
They found them at probably somebody like a friend's house or something like that. Yeah.
That is so weird. Has there been more news in the yellow pages in Finland?
No,
and
just
public press
absolute.
about all of that?
No, just bull
Nothing.
crap.
Also,
Yeah,
not
and-
the
and-
underage story. Nothing.
No,
There's no further
no
detail.
developments there, and none of the journalists have seemed to be eager to pick up on
Seem to be
on the
interested.
developments
Nobody
of the case.
cares.
Yeah, in the other sort of because the case was lost, then it feels like we don't even want to talk about it because turns out he wasn't even a criminal. So why don't we want to talk about a regular person and his personal shit? We'll just leave the slanderous crap
It's
online.
just so annoying because that's what's really. I think that's what's holding us back at the moment. That's also
the Interpol
keeping
shit is
him
yeah,
entrapped
it's-
from streaming like he used to, and because he would give up his location.
Why would you?
through the signal and all that?
So you think it's the Interpol stuff that's keeping him from streaming?
Yeah. Well, it's the wait for the appeal. There's another 30 days.
Yeah, but if they they've got no case to appeal. Like they would have to find a completely new set
something
of
new.
evidence
Yes, and I'm
and
refreshing this
completely-
document every
completely-
day. It's nothing new. So that's
They've got
6th of
nothing.
May. We're looking at 6th of July for the appeal time, the official appeal time to be over. So it's another month. I think it's the Interpol thing.
Hey,
'Cause he's on
one
a
thing that I've been thinking that we
most
should
wanted
maybe
list.
what we should do if people still want to refer to Richard as Richard Schuler every time they do that, we should start talking about everybody else that has changed their last name to something else, and also bring up the old last name. See if we find
Like
a
anyone who has a stage name, like Tone Vase, maybe.
Yeah, or Prince, or Bono.
Or DJ.
Yeah, but in this
Cryptomatic.
crypto space, in this
It's
crypto
Tone
space,
Vase.
it's all got
Like, surely
nom-de-plumes.
Tone Vase is not a stage name. Like, why would you pick up like the gayest stage name?
It's a stage name and it is gay. Yes.
But Richard
like, are
is
you
still-
fucking with me, Papa? Seriously,
Richard
No,
is
no,
still
no,
tweeting.
no. 100%. He said
it's
on
not his
stream,
real
like
name.
Tone Vase is my stage name. So he's
is
if he makes
gay.
fun of Richard, then it's the pot
What's his
calling the
real-
kettle black.
Why don't we out him? Do we know his real name?
His real name is Da Tony Da.
No, it's some Russian thing. He's from Russia, like Vladimir
He's Russian. Yeah, he's Russian.
Vasily or something.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
not
but
very
that's
marketable.
why he did it. It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
And
Arnold
Richard Schuler,
Schwarzenegger.
Richard Hart is a much more
I'm
reasonable
sure-
and memorable.
Richard Hart.
Like,
Richard Schuler.
why on earth is Arnold Schwarzenegger even famous with that last name? Nobody knows how to spell it. Not even DJ, and he's fucking German.
There you
You
go.
can't-
I'm
I
sure
can-
you Google it as well.
Richard Schuler. I can pronounce it, but even he himself sometimes can't. So
Yeah.
I always found that funny.
Yep.
But he's still tweeting. You see here, he's now with these knowledge stuff. Like this one was weird. One must earn the problems of the future by conquering the problems of the present. To which I replied this. So
Yodaism.
I'm fine. I'm fine with the with the DPDs as long as he refrains from giving dating advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's shilling the new LibertySwap.finance. You guys can check that out. It's a
Is
direct
that somehow? Is
bridge.
it somehow? Is it like Trump affiliated somehow?
Probably, but it's because Liberty, right? Liberty Finance. That's their name.
Yeah,
could
that's
be.
what
Good
what
point,
came to mind.
sir.
It's
Good
pronounced
observation.
Liberty.
But it's a bridge from base. Like if you're on base, you can bridge directly over to Pulsechain without going
I know
through
some developers
Ethereum.
who develop on base. I know a guy who developed a Telegram wallet that works.
But I
on
wouldn't know
Telegram.
if Trump is on base. Like I haven't heard that.
Nah. No,
But
I-
it's
hey-
an interesting thing because that's kind of, it's a good way to onboard if we would have, you know, from Solana, from, I don't know, from all the popular chains, a direct bridge over to Pulsechain. I think that's a smart way of doing it. So,
Yeah.
What's going on with that Sui crisis?
that's over.
It's over, but how about the price?
They
It
can't.
looks like it's-
Didn't they just censor his accounts or something?
and
do
recovered
something?
a portion about it of it, but not all of it. They lost like 16
No,
mils.
that's a different story. You're talking about the USDC. That is actually the guy behind Trump coin. Hold on. It's
Same guy.
this dude, right?
This fucking guy. Wasn't he also in the Argentinian coin that Javier Milei?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
spoke
is
about.
that
Yeah.
and the Trump and the Melania, and he was part of
Yeah.
the team as far as I've heard.
He was caught
legal
on a
advice.
hot mic saying that he can get that Milei guy
Yeah,
to say
exactly.
anything he wants on Twitter.
He did an interview about that, like pretty open. And now they froze 58 million USDC,
What
which
a
now
shame.
gets everybody else. You know, Sami had a tweet about it, like, wow, they can freeze funds like that on USDC. So be careful how decentralized.
Oh man,
Is
P
it
died
really-
to the rescue.
Yes, P died to
Well, we're celebrating a red day in our own ecosystem. Congratulations, we made it.
yeah, this is terrible. Like this Pulsechain.com, I mean, look at it. It's all
Well, don't take it out
Oh,
on
man.
pulsechain.com. It's only an interface, but yeah,
all going
those are
Pete
slopes
Tong.
to the right and down. So we'll
How are
get
you
over it.
holding up with all this, FinnBear? What do you keep yourselves occupied these days?
My
while we're all
my
waiting?
my chickens had baby chicks. Luckily,
nice.
they
The chicken
on their
hatch.
own. So we got like 5 chicks running around the greenhouse.
You
I let them
5x
out.
your chicken.
Sorry. Oh,
You 5x your chicken.
I 2x'd my laying capacity. I don't know if I told you guys, but we had this incident. Neighbor's dog broke out last year and killed 32 chickens.
Hello.
a night.
The Pumpkin Man.
Precisely on time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
on
just
time, yes.
coming to a gory story
How you
about
doing, Peter?
how a dog
I had-
killed
sorry,
all of my
guys.
chickens.
I had a very serious, unexpected phone
Situation.
call. So
Oh,
yeah, I spent last 40 minutes.
The less
talking.
you speak,
Oh.
the more credible your explanation is. The more
Yeah.
easy it is
Right.
for us to
I can,
accept it.
I can smell the pumpkins from here.
Let me
I-
smell your finger.
I have no idea what are you people
Let
talking
me
about.
smell your finger.
What
Put your
what
finger up.
pumpkins?
Put your
You have
finger
to watch
Is that
closer
a
to
new
my.
shit coin?
you have to watch the beginning of the show.
What the
Pumpkin
It's
coin.
close to shitcoin, but
close.
it's not quite.
what the heck
What the heck is going on?
are you
Bitcoin.
guys talking about?
All right, so real quick, pulsechain.com. Again, other updates to the site. That's Richard Hart, the official pulsechain.com. He has the bridges
When
now on here.
updates the protocol.
Yeah, no, it's just, we're doing marketing, Peter. We're doing marketing. So prepare your wallet. That's always interesting.
Reach
He's
out,
now listing,
motherfucker.
he's now
Nailed it.
listing internet money first. So KG, you got it. You got your spot. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, let's launch a shitcoin.
Don't fuck it up, and we're riding with you. MetaMask or Brave Wallet. Don't use the Brave Wallet, guys. Don't.
Use a Trezor, goddammit.
Step 2, buy Pulse. You can use 0x Coast, Gibbs Finance, Pulsechain Bridge, other option, and then trade. And he's listing down here Hex Scout. Hex Scout has launched a new on-ramp. That's breaking news. Let me just highlight that, how it's looking. RG3 was even tweeting about this. So on Hex Scout, they've got a new on-ramp, which up to $100, I think you can even buy without KYC. Buy your Pulse chain with a credit card.
Up to $100, you say?
Yeah. If you want more, you got a KYC.
Okay.
What? Okay.
$100 whopping dollars. Yes.
Well, small steps, baby steps.
Is that cumulative through a month's time, or is that like per day?
I haven't tried it myself.
Yeah.
All right. So, FinnBear, since you're also a friend of conspiracy theories, so I've heard, I used to be...
I know what guys have said. But you guys, you put it all on me immediately once I.
No, let's just for fun look at some of the latest conspiracy. Because I used to be, full disclosure, I used to be in that world, like intrigued and interested, but I've stepped away from that and came to realize that it's not what is all cracked up to be, and none of these things ever come true.
So,
but...
DJ, give me the newest one, please.
Okay, so there's one from Mel Gibson. Check this out. There is a sighting of the Yeti, of the Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is not Yeti. Okay, let's clear that out.
Okay,
Bigfoot is a Yeti.
This from the
Yeti
1960s.
is not a Bigfoot.
What do you make of this?
It's Mel Gibson in a Yeti suit.
Look at him go.
That's what Peter was doing for the last 40 minutes.
This is a guy
I'm sorry, I'm late to the stream.
This is a guy in a costume, right?
That's me going to the stream. Literal stream.
So what do you think of this, FinnBear?
This has been debunked many
Really
times.
in focus.
Yes.
I don't know. Did he reply, answer his own question? Because now I'm intrigued. Maybe we should have another look-see. It's only 30 seconds. Let's watch it again.
It's not new. I have seen this shit a few years ago.
It's from the 60s. Of course you've seen it, man. But this is a new improved. Am I going to be even more
I think the stabilized version, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think the square makes it even
Is
scarier.
Mel trying to imply that Bigfoot is Jewish or something? Like, why is he so roundabout in his...
No.
Yes, he's like... I spotted a very hairy
now
Hispanic.
Now that it's enhanced and improved, we can finally see that the head curves.
Wookiees exist. Proof positive.
He tweeted this 1.5 weeks after the after Pulsechain was launched. Like, so you don't see the numerology in this?
Numerology is bullshit.
He's referring to the Pulsechain
Speaking of
launch.
real news,
Numerology is fucking gay, man.
It's gay. That's what Richard said.
Okay,
and I know. I'm
comment.
What the hell is this?
All right, next one. We're moving on.
Wait, DJ.
Hold on.
RH
Yes.
Max had a comment. I think it begs.
RH Max.
Before it gets too late in the game, before we get somebody else, RH Max said what do you think of the super app idea? The super app narrative that Richard's going to come out with this streamlined, amazing one-stop for everything thing, including the wallet and all this other stuff. What do you think of that? I think that would be a great play. You plug all these little bits, but then you aggregate them into one big Richard Hart thing, and then you launch it. What do you guys think?
And this will come before limit orders, right? Because
it'll have limit orders in it.
The limit orders are so hard to make.
Well, single-sided staking.
Yes.
Yeah,
Limit orders.
even that. That's
Wow.
that's even harder, by the way.
Everything you ever wished for will be in the super app.
Who's gonna use the super app if every other
Super app.
every other app that is made follows all these fucking worm eater protocols of like all the know your customer stuff, and you need to keep a log of all the IP addresses and all that crap. And we're in the only chain where that doesn't happen.
Yes.
And we're like,
yes.
yeah, we've got a well, if the worst comes to worst, we will have the only ecosystem that's going to be functioning.
Of course, I agree
But
with you.
I think is it?
And
is
we
it,
will
is it
have the
gonna,
only truly decentralized stablecoin.
yeah, that's fucking lovely. But is it actually is it going to take me beating up zombies with a baseball bat for my fucking coins to pump? Like, Jesus Christ,
Yes.
is this the best
Yes, it
scenario
will.
we can come up with? Where
Shout out to RH
our
Max. He will
back
be
pump.
doing a stream
Unfortunately, yes,
about it.
Yeah.
And he also just announced the Pulse X conference for
Again?
Yes, that was Pulsechain. Now is Pulse X conference
What?
for
When?
July.
Can we
July.
tone it down a little?
Max,
I mean,
Max,
like,
if-
let's
if
make
you
a
have-
conference every week.
I don't know, like it's like
What the heck?
Max. I'm getting worried if like has Max found methamphetamine or something? Do you have problems sleeping, Max?
I guess so.
We can
Not
talk,
Putting in
like,
that
you know,
work. But
yeah.
guys, you can apply
You're
to be a
making
speaker.
everybody else look really bad. Like you're that
Crypto
guy.
7,
who-
get on it.
You're like that guy who just got married and you're still bringing pastries to your missus from work and stuff. And you're making everybody else look like crap because we
Yeah, you're too good.
we're like old school and we eat our shit in the way home in the car. Like, we're not sharing. This is the last piece of cake. This is mine.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
There's a Toby that
Oh,
came
there's
on
a
board.
Toby.
Oh my god.
What's up, guys?
He's
I was
reading
just-
The Joy of Sex.
I was just reading South Seas Tales by Jack London. Here's the line I ended on. Areola smiled, and the bully grew angry.
Did you say areola?
What?
It's probably pronounced differently, but that makes it more fun.
Frank Ariola from Miami Vice.
And the bully grew angry. What's up, FinnBear? Dude, the last time I talked to you, you were giving me some wonderful advice around carnivore, which I ultimately stopped doing because I'm a weak. I'm a weak.
Well,
weak
we're
American.
coming to that. We're coming to that. Let's
That's
let's
what you do with
fucking
good
watch
advice.
this one here.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
What happened to your body if you fast for 36 hours? After 4 hours, your body stops digesting food, insulin drops, and it starts burning stored sugar for energy. After 8 hours, blood sugar starts to drop, and your body begins using stored glycogen for energy. After 12 hours, fat burning begins. Insulin decreases, and your body starts shifting into ketosis. After 16 hours, autophagy is activated. Your body starts breaking down damaged cells and toxins for recycling. After 24 hours, major cellular repair, your body is now fully in fat-burning mode, reducing inflammation and improving insulin sensitivity. After 30 hours, growth hormone spikes, preserving muscle, and accelerating fat
That was
loss.
sperm, bro.
Deep healing
Did
mode
that
begins.
go up the
After
penis?
36
What was
hours,
that?
maximum autophagy. Your body clears out dead cells, regenerates tissues, and boosts metabolism. You've just given your body a full reset.
Ha!
Wow.
If
24
I've got
hours?
sperm going up my colon, that's a lot more than I signed up for.
Children
Reverse
in
view.
Somalia are the. I mean, they are the healthiest. There are no healthier
Well,
people than
Damn,
they
Peter.
do not.
children
They
in
do not
Somalia.
have autoimmune diseases.
No.
I guess
yeah.
they don't.
Yeah,
All
the
right,
ones
so
with the
FinnBear, you prefer
Richard,
you prefer
just,
this then?
Just starve. For
I saw this
36
girl.
hours.
This was compelling.
Ew, that's wrong me.
Hi, how you doing?
I like how she really went with a fat cap on it.
Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah.
A little bit of salt. That's actually quite lovely. I want salt.
Wow, I've got
But it's
strange
good for clicks.
little wormies
And,
in my
yeah.
in my lower. You
So
don't
what about that?
don't eat raw meat,
In the
please.
nether regions.
Unless
Sorry?
it's sushi from Tokyo.
So FinnBear, do we fast? Do we eat raw meat? What are we doing? Do
You
we
don't
eat steamed
have to eat-
vegetables?
you don't. Oh God, no. You don't have to eat raw meat. But once
have to eat
your taste sort of adjust to eating mostly meat, having a steak come out a bit raw is just extra lovely. And if I make meatballs or burger patties, I just taste the dough because it's only salt and minced meat, like 80-20 or 70-30 minced meat. So I'll just
Okay.
taste it raw. It's fine, but I don't eat it raw like from.
But
a-
she should
from
at
a
least
plate.
wash it. Like there's
No, my God.
bacteria from
What?
the.
There's
No,
coagulated
there's
blood.
no.
You want to wash
no,
the
no,
best
no, 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 no.
bacteria?
Washing it,
That's the
makes
stuff
it.
you want. That's the good
No,
stuff.
washing it.
Yes.
Yeah, washing it makes it
Agree with
worse.
Toby.
No.
Okay,
You don't.
next one.
You just,
This
well,
is
if it's really nasty, you can pat it dry with some paper, but you don't have to wash it.
Don't have to watch it. So check this out. We all had to change over to LED light bulbs, and if you slow
Flickering
motion it down, it's 100,000 times it flashes per second. Did
So
you know? Did
fucking
you know
what?
that?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're missing some. You're
It's
missing
the
some
Satan's
key.
frequency. It's the lizards want us to that want us just to be zombies.
Peter, don't come
Wait,
out
wait,
with
wait,
all
it-
the answers at once, man. We gotta paint it into a form of a question.
No,
Yeah,
come on,
there's
man.
a secret-
I'm
Could
just
it
saying
be-
it how
could
it is.
it
Okay?
be- Could it be
Guys.
that the intergalactic federation has made an agreement where they have agreed that every citizen on Earth has to live under flickering fucking lights just to
Yes.
get a
Yes.
slight headache or an
And it
idea
all
of something
starts in
starting to
cubicles.
Nice. But FinnBear, this is why we in Pulsechain are immune to the pulses.
Yeah,
The
could
14
be.
pulses.
Could be. Yeah, it
Exactly.
depends. Yeah, I was just going there, Peter. For
You know what? I think it's time for a segment that we lovingly call
Not yet.
something.
Not
Wait,
yet.
what?
Fin-
What do you mean not
finally-
yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Finally, last one. Joe Rogan today tweeted this. There is a hidden sea structure off the coast of Malibu in the ocean. And you can see that on Google
You
Maps.
didn't tweet this.
Secret.
Man.
Secret.
That's some
You did. See,
euphoria.
that's one of the places we gotta go once we get like
That's
properly
Hexagon, by
bankrolled.
the way.
The sunken city of
That's
Mexico.
where Richard is.
We're not
He
gonna
was
explore
streaming
his
out of
location
that
yet.
place.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
We got a
It's
beautiful
called
set of ruins
abalone.
underwater somewhere, waiting
So-
to be explored and found by somebody later. Hopefully,
Behind the
somebody
ice, behind the ice
wearing
wall.
a bikini.
Mermaids, exactly.
It's where
Like,
Richard
if you
lives
guys
now.
were ruins, which nationality would you hope to be found by? Papa. Say you were ruins under the sea and
What
a
nationality
shipping
would
boat,
I like to
a
actually
shipping
uncover
boat
it?
sailed across you and their nets happened to pick up a cannon or something. Which country do you wish it were?
Of course, the Greenlanders,
Why?
Green Lanterns?
because they're rad.
What about Peter?
Chinese.
Oh yeah, so you'd want to be picked
So
up.
they
Like
would
every
eat it.
last piece would be picked up.
Yes.
The Germans, they're on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah. You know, it's
Alexander
just
has a good
German shit,
explanation.
yeah.
He says LEDs hide other dimensions, so we can't see the grays chilling in our
Oh
houses.
Jesus! man. That's why it's been feeling like so crowded in here.
I love this
That's
show
what it
today.
is. It's the fucking
He meant,
grays.
he meant the gays, by the way.
Yeah. So I still
Oh.
had the moon landing stuff, but we ran out of time. So we got to do TA.
Do it.
5 minutes.
Oh, I just want to say,
Never gets old. Yeah.
Einstein is a fool.
Well,
Toby, you have to do it.
How so?
I'm trying, dude. I don't know. I can't bust in. It's just like I can't. I don't have it in me today to elbow my way into the conversation.
Toby,
You were
you
not
did
prepared.
8 minutes last time. Can you beat your score?
Well, I was highly adrenal. I was at a wedding in North Carolina for two of my best friends in the whole world, Paleface and Mo. Congrats on the nuptials. It was a lovely ceremony at a lovely location. And I was
Two of
very
your
excited
best
to get
friends,
into that.
so they're
And I
gay.
was very, I was probably on a large amount of caffeine and nicotine at the time. And today, both are
Were you
sorely
at a
lacking.
gay wedding, Toby?
No. Mo is short for Monica. Paleface
You
is
said
his
two
pseudonym.
of your best friends, and I just assumed that a man and a woman can't be friends. Like normally they can't.
No,
But I guess you're an
no,
exception to
they
the
can't.
rule.
I agree. Men and women can't be friends without there being some. Watch When Harry Met Sally. That's the best option I can give you. That's it. That's it. Men and women can't genuinely just be friends. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. There's not one of them that wants it to be a little more.
TA, please.
It's a thing. But anyhow, TA is much more what I'm
I'm just
probably capable of
shortening
being.
the TA for everybody.
TA, that's
And
the
if we
TA
go
of the
on
TA.
this route for a while,
Much more
longer,
entertaining.
I'm gonna fake an orgasm as well.
Please.
I'll have what he
To
said.
keep you.
At any time. So let's start out. All right, you guys ready? Should we do it?
Yes.
I'm doing it a little different this time. So if I'm doing this a lot, it's because I know I have my main screen that I normally look at and talk to you guys, and then I look over at my big screen, which has the charts on it, which I can read a little better because I'm old.
Wow.
This time I switched it so I can still be facing the camera and look at the charts, but I have this compulsion to look that way. So if I'm doing this, it doesn't make any sense because I'm
Get
actually.
the fuck on with it.
Hi, Papa. How are you today?
Oh, man.
And that was TA with Toby, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, guys. Tune in next week for more nonsense. All right. Hey, quick update. Thank you all for the prayers for my folks. They're both recovering. Slow but sure. Pneumonia is a scary thing when you're of a certain age or any age, really. And they're doing great. And I really appreciate all the prayers and the kind comments. FinnBear, one little aside on my conversation with him when I was doing the carnivore thing. Thank you for all the information. He was right on point. I experienced all the things he said I was going to experience as far as energy and like just feeling better generally. However, it was hilarious to me that while we were talking about it, he stepped outside for a smoke break.
Yeah.
Cigarette
Yeah,
while we were talking about all this healthy living.
I sometimes oversell. I sometimes oversell the benefits of the massive erection to people, and they're hugely disappointed.
I've never had a problem with
after
that.
they experienced it themselves, and they're like, it was nowhere near as hard as you told.
Dude, I'm all chubbed up right now. Let's get to some TA. Let's get to some charts.
Is
All right.
Toby or FinnBear, Sandy B?
All right. So here's what we got. This is the Bitcoin chart. This thing has gone back for years and years and years and years and years. There's a giant white ascending channel. Trust me, it goes all the way back to like 2012. We've never broken the top line of this channel. We were trying to get there. We had this nice little bull flag forming that we were in for a long time. The yellow channel, and then here's the pole. So I just kind of moved the pole back.
What token is this, by the way?
Nope. Hey, mute him, will you, DJ?
What token is this, for God's sake?
Bitcoin.
Thank you. Do you have any? Is there anything else than $100,000? Why you pay attention?
It should go to 2009.
Thank you. All right. So anyhow, bull flag that's been in forever. We dropped out of it, went the full measured move down of that parallel channel, kind of came back into that flag, kind of tried to make our way back out of it. So I don't know if the bull flag's accurate or not. I mean, we were just kind of playing around with that for a long time when it got a little boring and sideways all the way back from December through February when it broke down, and then we came back in. Then we started to make a move toward that top of the white channel. Talked about it last week, said we really needed to get and sustain above about 114,000. That's really going to be the demarcation point at this point. Like, it is a sloped line, so the longer we wait to break out of it, it gets a little higher. If we wait until September, top of that line breakout's going to be around 118,000. So, we could grind along top of it and bounce around before we make the full breakout. And then when we finally do break out, which I'm confident we will, that's when you're looking for your measured moves, right? So basically your measured move is the height of the pattern. That is what this vertical white line is. And then I was speculating that we might get a breakout in sometime in late August. And then that measured move takes us up around 200K. Now, I do believe that we could get some over exuberance and overshoot that mark and maybe hit the 250K mark that a lot of people are talking about. But for now, what's happened is as expected, that, I thought we'd actually get there. I thought we maybe would touch 114 and then roll over, but we actually pulled back. We had some people front running that mark. The thing about TA that's interesting is that it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because everyone's looking at the same patterns, right? So if all the traders out there are saying, hey, we're going to get some resistance at 114, are you going to be the trader that puts his orders at 114? No, you're going to probably front run that. And then that's going to create sell pressure. It's going to look like a failed move. And then there's going to be a drag on effect. Over time, consolidation and cooling off as you're going up. I mean, you can see here all the way back from April when we started to make the move, we'd go up, we'd cool off and go sideways a bit, go up, sideways a bit, up, sideways a bit, up. This is effectively sideways. We're just kind of in the bottom of the little.
Did you want to draw a new channel here to the upside?
There could be. I mean, there could be. I just, I don't want to make this thing take too long tonight, but it does. Good eyes there, DJ. It does look like there could be another parallel channel right here, that's working its way up. So
exactly.
That's, maybe, and it could give us some indication also if we break this new channel. Fuck it, let's put it up there. My caffeine and nicotine are kicking in. So, all right. So let's go parallel channel on this and see what we got, right? So if we draw it up this way, down this way.
Carnivore diarrhea.
Okay.
So funny that people are on these extremes, either you like it or you don't, or you... That's
the TA stuff. The TA stuff's fun, man. It's like it gives you an indication, in my opinion. I mean, I don't take any of it too seriously. No one's got a crystal ball. No one knows exactly how far it's going or when, or up or down. But this gives you a general idea of where you can expect some resistance, where you can expect some support, the approximate moves that things might make if they break a said pattern. And as I was saying before, it's all self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So if everyone is looking at the same patterns and they're anticipating, hey, if we break this, we're going to move X percent, that's where those next sell orders are going to come in. And then guess what? We're going to go up that percent and then come back down. Target hit, right? And then you're reset. So basically with this, that DJ pointed out, and actually, I played around with this earlier and took it off, and I just remembered that.
Because we broke it.
Because we broke it. Yeah. Now, here's the thing.
We broke it already.
Say it with me. What happens when you break a parallel channel? It moves the
width of the channel.
Width of the channel. Thank you, Papa. A+. All right. So basically, what you do here is we take this and we say, okay, well, if this is indeed a breakdown, then this is going to take us back down into this lower channel, and coincidentally, it takes us right down to about the 55 EMA, which is usually a pretty good place for looking for support. There's lots of activity around the 55 EMA, So it could be a situation where you come back down here around 100K and flirt with that for a while until maybe the tariff stuff works out, stuff in Ukraine, World Economic Forum, all the other stuff, the Jerome Powell, all the macro factors kind of play themselves out. I don't necessarily see us coming back that far. I would hope that we find support here like we are now on the 21 EMA at around, where are we, about 106,000. We've wicked off of it nicely. So maybe this could be, it's called a bull trap or a bear trap, right? So if you fake out to the upside, it's a bull trap. So you're enticing other bullish actors to come and buy in, and then you dump the price, right? And then they're effectively trapped at that higher price point.
I think that's
same thing happens with a bear trap. So this could be a bear trap because this happens a lot in pattern trading. Is that we could be wicking down here for what is this, a day and a half? We've got a few more hours on this daily. It wouldn't be the first time that this move down is entirely erased in a day. When we could get back up around, turn this into a green candle, get back around 108,000 and try to work our way back into this channel and then effectively have trapped some bears here. But we'll see. It could come down and test the top of this channel and maybe never come all the way down, wick down to tease some people with another type of a bear trap. It's hard to say, but yes, technically, if this is, and this looks pretty valid, we got multiple touches on the bottom and top of this orange ascending channel, and technically we have broken it. The key would be to have a daily close below. So the day's not out yet, but if we close there, then I would look for some continuation and then maybe find some support around 104,000. If we go below that, I'd be looking at around the 99,000, 100K mark. So moving along, let's go to EHEX, the firstborn son, Richard's beloved, and everybody's favorite. we have this giant descending white parallel channel that's been going on all the way since all-time high back in September of 21. I don't need to go all the way back there for you guys. And then we had found ourselves in this little mid pattern, right? We had this parallel channel that was kind of playing out for a while. We thought, where were we? About a week ago, we were here. So we had broken out and we were kind of consolidating sideways. I'll zoom in on this a little bit to make it a little more
It's holding up because all the Jeets are gone.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see what happens here. So what's interesting about this is when we looked at it last week, what was that? That was the 22nd. So we were right here, and it looked like we might be getting a little bit of a bull flag, and then we could start continuation to the upside. You know, that failed, obviously, with the downtrend and everything, you know, Bitcoin included. Macro kind of rules the day. Ethereum's doing pretty well, but we're saving that to the end. So basically, we worked our way back down. Right now, we're right at the top of the previous channel, the orange channel that we'd broken out of. So we'll see what happens. You know, it'd be really nice if we could find some support there. We're on the daily. You know, you'd be looking for horizontal supports and resistances if we break back into this channel. So, you know, maybe back down around the 002 mark. We're just a hair above that now at 00215. So, yeah, so right now we're right there. We've broken through all the EMAs, which sucks. But, you know, hopefully we can find some support at the top of this structure and start working our way back up. If we do fall back down into it, then we're going to have to revisit it and do a little deeper analysis and see if we can find something that makes it make sense. Make it make sense. All right, moving over to Hex on Pulsechain. Similar shape, right? What do we got there? We had the up, we had the sideways, and then the right, and it just kind of rolling over. We were in a descending white parallel channel on that one. And it fell short of even getting to the top. Couldn't even touch the 200 EMA. So this one proved to be a little weaker. At least we got above our channel in EHEX before it rolled over and is finding support on the top. We didn't even get to the top of our channel in PHEX. So it's
disgusting.
It's a little gross. You know, but we're right close to we're right at the 007, which everyone's, you know, we've talked about that forever. That was a very strong place of resistance and support for a long time. Technically, it's 0069 is what you're kind of looking for, and we're just a hair above 69, baby. So at a certain age, it's not as attractive. Anyhow, continuing. If we're doing the descending parallel channel, I'm just saying for everybody.
You know, you're very mature of you to say.
68 is so much better.
Gravity is no.
You know how that works, Toby. I'll tell you how that works. It's
explain it. Draw me a diagram. All right, so continue on with
where you get your fun, and you owe the missus one later.
Oh yeah, it's like a Chinese dinner, dude. It's not over until everyone gets their fortune cookie.
Is that known as the carnivore diet?
Stop
Oh, keep it classy, San Diego.
Exactly.
All right. So anyhow, we've kind of rolled over on the PHEX. You know, what I'd be looking for if we did a strong pullback, we'd be looking
at your right hand and you lick your left armpit.
What the fuck are you doing? He's still on with it. Okay,
he's still talking. I know. I can't. I mean, I don't know how anybody hears anything I say, especially with FinnBear and Papa going at me. So, good luck. All right, maybe a filter.
Shout out.
It's all good. All right. So, continuing on. If we do continue this rollover and breakdown of this pattern, I'd be looking for some support around 0069. Yeah, I said it again. And then hopefully we can kind of start to curl our way back up. It's not looking real strong right now, to be honest. You know, we could see a pullback all the way down to the midline of the parallel channel, which would get us down to around the 0055 mark, which is also giving us some confluence with the midline of that channel. Hopefully we don't have that big of a drawdown. I've got some dry powder locked and loaded. You know, I'm buying dips, not financial advice. Moving on to Pulse, the native token of the chain that we love so much. Come on, baby. There it is. All right. So similar breakdown of the pattern here. Didn't get up to the top of the channel that we had hoped for. We did whisper above the 200 EMA for a couple of days, and then we got a scissor top, or a tweezer top, sorry. Scissors, whole different thing. Tweezer top right here where you got the two little wicks, similar length.
Head and shoulders there.
Is a reversal. That's typically a sign of a reversal. Also, you can see this diagonal blue dash line coming down. That is the midline of the gigantic orange descending pattern that we've been in since literally the beginning, right? So this big one that Richard pointed out, the midline is a point to watch. You can see there's lots of activity around that midline, right? So right there, we wicked right up to it, tweezer top, rolled over. what we do to kind of give us a little bit of emotional support is that we've got this yellow channel that we got to play with, and we've got our EMAs. Right now, we've just wicked off of the 55 EMA, which is the bottom EMA in our little segment here. So if we can stay above that, maybe we can do the same thing, and this pattern just tightens up in the middle, and we don't go all the way to the bottom of it. If we do, there's a horizontal support and resistance around quadruple 035, which is the bottom of the yellow channel. So it could be like these, where we get another touch on the bottom of the yellow channel, maybe even wick below, a little bear trappage, and then we start working our way back up. So we'll see. I was really hopeful last week. We were here, right? We were starting to do this tweezer top thing when we talked a week ago, and I was really hoping we'd push forward and at least test the top of the channel. It just petered out. Didn't have enough oomph. Macros were working against us, and there was some dumpage. So right now, that's where I'd be looking for some support down at the quadruple 033.50. And then maybe we can find some support there and start working our way back up next week. It will look nicer. Pulsex, moving right along. Okay, Pulsex, similar big giant orange descending parallel channel, and a similar structure to all of the P tokens, all the RH core tokens on Pulsechain. We were going up, we were moving sideways, looked like it could be a bear flag or a bull flag or a bull pennant. And we were hoping to bust the outside, and it just got too weak, didn't even get to the top of the channel, and we rolled over. Right now, though, however, on Pulsex, it is showing a little more strength, in my opinion, than Pulse and P-Hex, as we are still above the 100, the 200, and the 55. We just wicked off the 55 EMA, it looks like, or just north of it, and then didn't even dip as low as the 200 or the 100 EMA. So that's a little stronger signal there that this could be maybe a hint of what's going to happen with everybody, that we're going to reverse and come back around. We'll see. If we get below quadruple 03, I would look for some continuation to the downside, and it could get as bad as another 20% drawdown, get us down to quadruple.
But you see here, we've just been on the cusp of a breakout, and of course somebody had to put a wrench in.
Well, and I mean, the macros line up too. It's like everybody looks for people to point at and say, oh, this person's dumping or that person's dumping or hello, sell pressure, and it's like, and that's all true, but it's like, most of it's driven by the macro forces, right? It's like, if Bitcoin, that's it. I nailed it. I had the pitch and everything right.
Nice.
So if that's, that's what we're up against. So it's really easy to kind of like point fingers and be like, oh, this guy's dumping or that guy's, it doesn't really matter, right? Because it's like, if it's a whale dumping or if it's 1,000 little shrimp dumping, it's still dumping, right? It's still more sell pressure than buy pressure. And everything.
Why now, though? Like, why sell at these levels is beyond me.
Well, because people think they're smarter than they are, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And most
because
and
they
most
want to
traders,
buy lower. DJ, grow up.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, and it can work, but the problem is the vast majority of the time it doesn't, and people end up buying and selling at the wrong times, and they effectively just shrink their bags, right? And nobody wants a shrunken bag, but all right. So moving on to ink. All right,
the clownfish.
So here we go with ink, and I was saying last week that we would be getting some significant resistance at the $2 mark. And where were we last week? We were right here. Yeah, we were just trying to get up to the 100 EMA, and we didn't quite get there. So, and that was right around the $2 mark. So we wicked, couldn't quite break the $2 mark. At the psychological levels, when you have nice round numbers, those are good supports and resistances. So we got a little bit of a sell-off. Right now, we're just below the 21 EMA. If we continue the downtrend there, I'd be looking for support around the $1.43 mark, which we've seen a lot of support and resistance at that level before. The next stop from there is about $1.30. And then you're looking at the bottom of channel, which is down around $1.15. So that would give us another touch here, and then maybe we go. Do we come all the way down here? I don't know. Flip a coin, bros. I don't know. We could turn around right here and resume the uptrend. Most of it depends on the macro stuff, so keep an eye on the macro. Last but not least, let's go to Ethereum. I got rid of my fractal. We can bring it back in if you guys want. Come on, ETH.
Your screen is wrecked.
Yeah, the screen wrecked.
So I like that chart.
Let me do a little refresh. I see it.
Crypto winter.
There we go. Now it's back. All right. So with the ETH chart, we've had this really nice move since the beginning of April up, and it's cooling off a little bit. But as you notice, even though it's consolidating, if you notice on the other ones, when we had the little bull pennant or bull flags, they all rounded over and broke to the downside. Also, if you look at the shape, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but basically there's ascending triangles and descending triangles. An ascending triangle is going to have a flat top and then a sloped bottom. And then a descending is going to be a sloped top and a flat bottom. So basically nobody likes a flat bottom. But if it's a flat top, I don't know if you like that either. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you like them. Maybe you like a flat top. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. However, I like a nice round top, and I like a flat. Wait, I like a nice round bottom and I like a flatter
Get the
top.
fuck on with it.
So anyhow,
Apple bottom jeans.
there it is. I was waiting if you were going to get my reference. All right. So anywho, the thing is that this being an ascending triangle, which is effectively forming our pennant at the top of our flagpole, that is a more bullish shape than a descending or even a bull flag, right? So that is playing out, and we're seeing it work its way to the upside. So still got some, some struggles. It looks like we got up to about 2780. We need to get up above 2800. That's going to be some resistance. You can see back here where we bounced off of 2800 way back in July of 24. So if we can get above that, I could see continuation up to the top of this channel. And, it could happen quick. It could take, this move was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, to go from 1800 to 2800. So, it could be a week and a half. We could be flirting with all-time highs for Ethereum. And then that is a macro thing, right? So if Ethereum starts to go, that's going to pull up the whole Pulsechain ecosystem, and there's going to be a pivot at some point. I just would it's playing a little differently this time. It's like typically Bitcoin really goes hard, and then Ethereum comes. Bitcoin's kind of limping around. It's having some difficulty. Could be some top signals at that Bitcoin conference. I saw some videos. Yikes! So we'll see.
What did sailors say?
Fun to look at. And that's
any rap videos coming out.
There is no second best.
Why am I so big?
Mortgage your house.
Peter Swift giving the keynote address, isn't he?
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
That must have been a great
man,
idea.
I wish I could give you better news, but that's kind of what we're looking at the moment. So
that's great news. We have only upside potential.
I had one video from the Bitcoin conference. Just
Matty Lambo, maybe
the most important thing that we did for this community. We reject regulators, and we fired Gary Gensler, and we're going to fire everybody like him.
Yay!
Yeah.
And now
wait. Didn't he resign?
Thank you, JD.
Exactly.
Yes.
He kind of resigned when
now
Trump won the election.
Kindly pack up your shit because you're being replaced by H-1B visa holders. Yeah.
So thank you for the TA with Toby. Also, again, appreciate the effort streaming from the wedding last week. That's dedication, Peter.
Yeah, Peter, take a note.
Man,
take a note.
That mustache doesn't quit, man. I'm
FinnBear, where your final thoughts on everything? Are we going to make it? Where do you think are we in the cycle? Will something happen this year?
Yeah, we're gonna make it, but it's gonna take longer than what we think. I'm sorry, guys.
So no girlfriends for us this year.
It's a good thing we're staked, but I'm afraid it's gonna take a lot longer. But you guys are stuck in with me as I am stuck in with you, so we're gonna have a
That's what my wife
wonderful
always
time
says.
waiting.
So you're basically saying fuck you and see you tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck you, see you tomorrow. The end.
Fuck you all. See you tomorrow.
Nice. Where can people find you if they want to hear more about this?
Try to find me. What the fuck?
Beautiful wisdom.
You have Hex Finland on Telegram, or Hex Carnivore, or Hex Guild.
HexCon.
All these groups on Telegram are where I'm the most active.
Yes.
Why would not try to find me? That's silly.
And you have a YouTube channel, which I've linked down in the description, so you can.
Oh yeah,
old content
I'm actually
on there.
quite easy to find if you just find my YouTube channel. But yeah, that's about it.
All that
I haven't posted for a while, but I'll maybe put up some chicken videos. Seeing
Yes,
that
chicken
everybody
videos.
seems
We can't wait.
Everybody seems to like chickens. I'm gonna start live streaming chickens. And I suspect I would be the most successful Hexagon streamer within 2 to 3 days.
Well, it's low-hanging fruit.
So, I don't know. We're gonna have to try this out. But if I If I put in like €100 on a telephone and an internet connection on my mobile, will you guys subscribe to my chicken channel?
I would subscribe twice.
Awesome.
Speaking of euros.
Yeah.
Speaking of euros, if you appreciate the content that we're putting out here week by week by week for 4 years now at this point, we accept super chats. Like you can donate Vietnamese dong or Canadian
Stop begging
krona.
for money, man. Just end this
Wow,
thing.
we're begging now, huh?
You can also become a What the Heck Supra member. It costs $4.99 a month. Come on, $4.99. You pay more for a coffee these days.
Is that
That's 800. That's 800 million hex on
exactly
proof of work.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm just if I may. Number one, I don't receive any of that. They didn't offer, and I didn't ask. Number two,
We don't even
I would
receive
refuse it. But here's my point: is
Not
that
even DJ gets any money.
I get all that.
It's kind of like genetics in the old days,
pay for
right?
everything.
Like you guys got nothing, and all the super chats went that way.
Exactly.
That's a story for another time. So, but there are costs affiliated with people doing this. It's like DJ's heading up the thing; he's paying for StreamYard,
For all of it.
all that stuff out of
These
pocket.
people are cheap.
The time, of course, we all volunteer and have for years and are happy to do it. I'm certain, or at least I am, for no pay ever. But this isn't about paying someone. It's about showing appreciation and helping maybe offset some of the costs that he's most definitely incurring. So
if you guys appreciate Sesame Street continuing its beautiful content, please join the MacArthur Corporation, and viewers like you make it completely possible. Thank you. And if you give $4.99 a month, you can get this beautiful, beautiful plush toy and shopping bag as well. Thank you.
A shopping bag?
Shopping bag.
What's a shopping bag?
It's a tote. It's a tote.
Our operators are
But even
waiting
if you
for your
don't,
call.
They're standing by. Operator standing by.
It means already the world to us that you
Why
guys
are
are
173 people watching this?
tuning in. 173. Smash the likes.
Gluttons for punishment.
FinnBear, thank you for coming on. We do the moon landing conspiracies another time.
Next time. Yeah, I'm quite sure
All right.
it didn't happen, but I'll just
Okay, that's an outro. We see you guys on the next one. Ciao.
See ya. It's probably gonna
Bye,
be
everyone.
worse. It's gonna be even worse then.
Outro.
Shut up.
Bottom signal.